There's a lot of energy and a lot of hesitation at the same time. Also, hello. I know that we just jumped into this, but I am giving an intuitive message. We're gonna get some tarot cards pulled to read this collective energies. I trust if this video found you, it is meant for you. This channel is dedicated to using symbolism like astrology and tarot and the other mystical occult arts, also my love for film and animation and various other forms of storytelling to help you discover the threads of your own story and have the language to write your own. With that out of the way, if you would like to book a personal reading, I'll leave my email and all of my links down below. At this point, I would appreciate it most if you could reach out to me via email, because I am really looking to take on new clients, and not to sound desperate or in this energy of expecting from the universe or anything like that, but girl, I'm making my dreams happen, and I would love to do this together. I would love to make our dreams happen together. I'm at a point where I need a little bit more financial support in order to progress, and I have the energy to offer to you, and I want to strike this balance between the energy that is inside of me to give and the people that and the people that would be able to genuinely benefit from this. So even if you can't book a reading right now, or even if this isn't for you, if you just want to watch this video and be done or whatever, if you are here right now and know somebody that would love to book a tarot or astrology reading, or somebody who is curious about these arts, or somebody that would be able to help me on my path, please send this video over to them, or send them my emails, and I would appreciate that so much. Let's just build this bustling community of individuals lifting each other up on their creative and spiritual journeys. Again, with that out of the way, lots of energies. And there's this energy that I'm not quite able to pinpoint if it's hesitation or so hesitation or impatience. It's like there's two sides of a brain that are like, you're like, I want to move, but am I being impatient? And then when you don't move, it's like, I want to stay, but am I hesitating? And even now, like, as I say this, there is so much more to the story, but I'm scared of it running dry. So there's this duality. And yeah, now I'm picking up on an energy of doubt, self-doubt, once you have made a decision, looking back and being like, was that the right one? Ooh, some cards flew out right away. Let's see. We will have, this is a gorgeous deck, by the way. It's called Botanica. The outside is gold and sparkly, and all of them have different plants, mostly flowers on them. Yeah, I will leave that linked below for your enjoyment as well. Okay, we have, I think this is the Hierophant. Boop. There you go, now you can see. Oh, wow. I think this is the Emperor. Oh, and I believe that this is the Magician. We have 3 major arcana right off the bat. One of them's a dandelion. The other one's a sort of berry. And the other, oh, I'm forgetting the name of it, but we'll look it up together. And I'm just going to let this reading flow however it is, because that is what you are looking for, the people I'm channeling this message for. It seems like you're looking for a place where you can take your energy and it can be in a sort of flow. And I could even feel that energy kind of being projected through myself as I was giving my own spiel about my personal readings. So. I'm hearing deep breaths. Oh, sorry. This isn't the Fool. This isn't the Magician. This is the Fool. Yeah, you could feel like you're tripping over your words a lot. Or like you know what it is. You know. You have a deep knowing of what you want to express. But the words aren't quite there yet. You have embodied it. You're worried about the mirror not reflecting back to you. Interesting. Like, there's that phrase, the mirror doesn't smile until you do. But it's like, Spirit, I feel the smile on the inside. I feel the joy on the inside. What's going on here? And maybe that's where the impatience is coming from. But yeah, you're on a new journey. Oh, this is the High Priestess. Oh, lovely. Okay, so we have the Fool, the High Priestess, and the Emperor. And that is with respectively? Yes. The Dandelion. The Elderflower. Oh, beautiful. I love elderberries. That's so funny. I was just drinking elderberry kombucha before coming down here. And I was like, this seems relevant, but I never brought it up. And John the Conqueror root for the Emperor. Okay, and as I'm reading this, I am picking up on a message, an intuitive message that came to me beforehand, which is you want to find a way to organize your life that is uniquely yours. And so I think that's like what this reading is going to be about. How can we channel that energy? How can we channel our natural energies to find a match for it? So reality can match our level of growth and nourish it rather than limiting it. That's just how it's coming through. Now my throat's getting sore. Throat chakra could be significant. Okay. And this, I'm not even getting into these messages yet because the intuitive messages just keep coming. It's like you have embodied your natural essence and you are so in tune with your natural essence, but the language that you are speaking with is still the language of other people. And that's so frustrating because there's this disconnect between you and who you are and how you want to express and the container through which you feel you are able to express, which then makes sense why you feel like you're showing up to the mirror and it's not reflecting it. It's not reflecting your natural essence because it feels like it's hidden, but not by means of your choosing. You want it out so badly. But you were in a situation where you learned to contain yourself. Okay, let's see what the guidebook says. And I am always going to pause to share intuitive messages as they come, because that is the priority here, is to be present with spirit. And these cards are just tools for that communication. If that communication comes before, it is my responsibility to share that with you. And if this style of reading is not for you, it's not for you. That is okay. Okay, so the dandelion. Like the floating seeds of a dandelion, the fool sets out on their journey full of hope with the promise of new growth. It's a common plant that carries with it an appealing, naive quality. You can make a wish just by blowing on its seeds. Tarot is sometimes described as the journey of the fool through the major arcana. Yes, it's true. Okay, then for the High Priestess with elderberry, which is a very healing plant and also soothing for the throat chakra. The card of intuition and one's inner voice. The magic that comes from within. This person is a dreamer, with one foot in reality and one in fantasy. Elderflowers were also a tree revered by the Druids for their feminine power, and witches were once said to gather underneath them when their fruits were full. Yeah, you're full of healing energy. And you want to be able to gather in a place where you can share this with others. It's collective healing together. And it's not just healing to survive. It's healing to thrive. It's healing to thrive within each other's natural essence. The concept of egregores and regenerative communities might be something you want to look into. I will be honest, I'm not entirely sure what egregores are myself, but that is coming through. If I am correct, don't quote me on this. Is it a collective energy that impacts the way we... I think it might be a reflection of what I was saying, where there's this outside energy, this like social rule that is held so tightly. It prevents people from, it traps people from being able to express their natural essence. This 1 foot in reality, 1 foot in fantasy. It's not that that is bad. It's not that, her mind's half gone. This Empress is like, no, she sees more clearly the full picture because she's tapped into the reality of the abundance of the universe. She is more tapped into reality by being able to see things from a dual perspective, to be able to hold the universe in its entirety. Tea break. And this is you. This is your energy that I am describing, if that was not clear already. And the Emperor. The Emperor, this is John the Conqueror root. Again, just gorgeous illustration. The Emperor is a card of power and intelligence, the union of the greatest of the qualities of the magician made whole by those of the High Priestess. Where the magician is unlimited potential, the Emperor claims power. John the Conqueror root is used in love potions and amulets of virility and luck, as its root resembles a symbol of masculinity. Yes, so these dual energies, we got the Empress and the Emperor and the Fool. You are blending your, not to sound cliche, but this is what it feels like to be balancing, achieving mastery, dare I say, of your unique feminine, masculine, yin and yang spirits. And you want to birth that into the world. A really odd sensation just went through my throat. It wasn't quite a burp. It was like rising foam. You're hearing sea foam and sea glass. Shorelines may be significant. Okay. So, Alright, let me turn to the other intuitive messages that I got. Are your experiments becoming obligations? Are you allowing others to make the calls in your life before you learned to interpret your own language? Who told you you can't? Interesting. Are you trusting others' words over your intuition? And when I said tasting, it makes me think of eating your words. Have you been eating the words of others before, you learned to develop your own taste? But you have to consume in order to create in order to develop that. We're born the fool. Open, completely open and receptive, and this openness and receptivity, I think, is a mindset that you've carried within you for a long while, but like your whole life, maybe you've embodied this open energy, and that's made you sensitive. It's made it easy, and not sensitive as a bad thing, but like it's made you vulnerable to other people controlling you, whether they are aware of it or not, whether they're consciously trying to or not. And it's not you never wanted to be controlled. Okay. Are you trusting others' words over your own intuition? Think, will this shrink or expand me? My inner child does not respond to commands. She wants freedom. Are you keeping yourself from listening to the music that your heart craves? And sometimes that music is silence. Sometimes that music is loud, heavy metal. Sometimes it's nature. Okay. Called to pull an astrology card. Because how are we supposed to channel these energies? Like, yeah, we have them. Yeah, we're aware of our power. We've received that confirmation. What's the next step? Ooh, whoa, one flipped over in the deck. Progressions. You will not know how this journey will unfold. You can't know. All you know is the present. You can look into your progressed chart for this year or next year if you want some grounding on the themes of your life. Maybe, again, I can help with this if you're interested in working with my energy. But yeah, if you want to ground into the themes of this year and maybe the themes you're being set up for next year, I would look into your progressed chart. But this is a journey. You can only know exactly where you are at. And these visions of the Empress that you have, yes, they are present in the future, but just because they're not the present right now doesn't mean, like, they are present in the future. Your wish is guaranteed because you are on this journey. Okay, anything else? And like the way that it flipped over in the deck, it's like you are one of many. Oh, you might feel a little bit like an odd one out. You recognize both how you are within a larger collective and you are your own individual. Like you have your own unique strengths, and yeah, there's other, say, as example, tarot readers out there. But that doesn't mean that there's not a space for you in the tarot community, or there's other songwriters, or other authors out there, or whatever it is that you want to do. A bunch of cards just fell out like a pathway to the Fool. You've been on this journey before. This is a part of the hermeneutic circle. I think of learning like a spiral, you know, constantly returning back to the same place. In the Fool's journey, you're constantly starting as the Fool with this openness to new information, developing that information, going to the world, and coming back to the Fool. So this is a new way, just like a progressed chart. It's a new way of looking at a journey you've been on before. So you might feel simultaneously jaded and bored and skeptical that you'll be able to learn anything new on this journey. And doubtful that it will yield the results. Doubtful that you'll be able to use your power as fully as you want to. Ooh, and Uranus came out. Change. Is this a change that you need to make? Or is this a change that is coming towards you? Is it something that you need to be active? Ooh. Something. Forgot to take out the cards here. There we go. I'm hearing the song Landslide. I've been changing. Even children get older, and I'm getting older too. 'Cause I built my life around you. I don't know if those are actually the words. But again, building your life around something that, oh, something flew out. Lust. You wanted something so badly that you already were, but you didn't trust that you were. That you built an image, an identity around it to communicate that that's what you are. Even though that identity didn't fit with you. For example, you recognize that I'm gonna like use the example of being on a spiritual path, because we're on a spiritual path. You're on a spiritual path, and you really want to connect with other spiritual people, and you ended up, you know, maybe in a community, trying to find a label as quickly as possible to fit within, like a star seed, or you tried to talk like other tarot readers. Sorry, I'm like using very personal examples, because those are the spheres that I'm within. Whatever sphere you were within, or that you wanted to be within. Yeah, like if it's filmmakers, you studied like what the biggest filmmakers did, and held their opinions, held the way that they spoke, and you tried to embody it. It's like you embodied the fake it till you make it mentality, because you wanted what they had, but realized that like the essence of what you wanted was already in you, but you couldn't see it. So you put on an act. And that's what needs to change. Yeah, this card, oh, I guess, I should have covered it up. If you saw that, YouTube might not like that, but that's okay. What is this identity that you're clinging on to? I mean, it's already clear, but one did fall out. We have the Chariot in reverse. But stillness is safer than movement. I'm just taking a moment to take in all of this. One day I will have a setup that allows me to show you both, but we make do with the space that we have right now. Because it's a pretty beautiful setup, if I do say so myself. Got too attached to the visuals. Like, we hear visualization, visualization, visualization. But it's really about the feeling behind that visualization. And even within most visualization meditations or spaces or podcasts or whatever it is, people will advise you to connect that visualization to the feeling beneath it. And maybe you're scared you've lost touch with that feeling that's beneath it. You held too tightly to the visual, so you tried to reconstruct your feeling. Instead of reconstructing the visuals, instead of reconstructing the symbolism, the language through which you communicated, you tried to use the language that you learned. Again, if this is an industry that you are in, or a group of friends that you are around, or a family, or a spiritual community, instead of you learned a piece of information, and instead of changing the conductor of this information, the way that you could communicate it, you tried to change the soul. You tried to change the heart. Instead of changing the visualization to match the feeling, you tried to change the feeling. You tried to change the desire. Wow. So, Spirit, how can we get back in touch with that? Can we get some guidance, please, on what to do when we feel that disconnect? Okay. Actually going to use this deck again. We have a lot of major arcana here. So this is big energy. No wonder you feel so out of sorts. Wait, do we have like we having completely major arcana here? Okay, I'm gonna take note of these numbers real quick. Oh, and as I started filming this, it was 333, so that could be significant. I've been seeing 333 and 555 a lot. So those two numbers, maybe whatever happened in March, specifically on March 5th, could be significant. So, the Fool, that's 0. The Empress is 3. Wait, are these cards 0, 3, and 5? I believe so. Let me refer to the guidebook, because these don't have numbers on them. And here we are again, double guessing yourself. Chances are your intuition is right. But, oh, this is even the wrong guidebook. Ah! There you go! You're reading the wrong guidebook. You're reading the wrong guidebook. You are meant to create your own guidebook. You were meant to write the guidebook, and you can take inspiration from these other guidebooks, but it is... Nobody has the guidebook for your unique essence, for your unique journey. For how to conduct your unique energy. You write that. You write how to conduct your energy. Yeah, that's 0. Okay, so the High Priestess is 2. Or sorry, this is the High Priestess, not the Empress. But the Empress was coming through, so I figured that I would mention it. But still the High Priestess being able to see dual. And the Emperor being able to conduct that duality. Okay, so that is 0, 2, and 4. Interesting. And then we have the Chariot, which is 7. And Lust, which is 11. This is the Thoth Tarot deck. What is typically 11? It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Justice? That doesn't seem right. Boop. Worried that others won't be patient with you. But, okay, it looks like you're worried, whatever community you're around currently, you feel concerned that they will not be patient enough with you. But there's a message that the group that speaks to your soul will be patient. The time that is, you will not have to sacrifice your timeline for your soul family. The language you know is temporary. Hearing Lucy Dacus's trust, I decided long ago to make the most of what I know, and worry not of what I don't. Perfect the art of letting go. You will learn your own language, but this is a journey. Why did you learn the language of others? We'll explore that in a moment. Why was this language taught to you? Lust. Okay. Okay, yeah, lust is strength. I want to see what this says now that we're here. This card was formerly called Strength. It implies, however, not only strength, but joy and strength exercised. The 7 heads of the lion are, respectively, that of an angel, saint, poet, adulteress, warrior, satyr, and lion serpent. The central figure is the woman, who has surrendered herself to all the forces of creation, and who rides astride of the beast. In her left hand she holds the reins, as representing the passion which unites them, and in her right she holds aloft the cup of flame, with love and death. In this cup are mingled the elements of the sacrament of the Aeon. In the background are the bloodless figures of the saints on whom the mirage travels, for their whole life has been absorbed into the Holy Grail. You're a keeper of stories. It's beautiful. Okay, now knowing that this is strength, makes sense. But like, you are looking for an environment that feels more natural. The lion is an animal, a wild animal. You're looking for that wildness. And the language that you have learned is like a chariot, something that man-made, something constructed and rigid. And although it can get you from point A to point B, and that's what it was designed to do, it's less concerned with the journey. Less concerned with the journey. Get out of the chariot. Find your lion. So why did you get into this chariot in the first place? This one. And I think an astro card. Why were we in this chariot? I'm hearing this is the end of the message. Get out of the chariot, find your lion. Embrace your wildness. It is safe to be wild. Energetically speaking, you are safe. You are held by the cosmos to be wild. You might scratch yourself, but you're strong. You've got this. You're the high priestess, and yeah, and the emperor. You have both of those energies and more within you. And are you kidding me? A bunch of cards just fell out, and it's more major arcana. So we have the sun, represented by the sunflower. Again, joy. Have joy in the experience. Follow your joy. Okay, and what is that joy? We have the Two of Wands. The dual nature of your creativity. The fact that you can't quite be contained. Okay. And maybe, yeah, okay, then we have the star. This was all over the magician. And, wow, okay. We have the star, the Two of Coins, and the King of Wands. I gotcha. Okay. And then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Again, let go. The Ace of Wands in reverse. The Magician, I believe. The Queen of Swords. The Four of Wands in reverse. And the King of Pentacles. I'm not going to read all of these individually, but they did kind of fall out on top of the original Fool, High Priestess, and Emperor in various piles. So I'm going to say that when it comes to your new beginnings, your ability to be receptive to the present and to engage with the sense of play will be unlocked when you embrace that you are multi-passionate. Yes, you are sensitive. Yes, you do feel all of these energies. And yes, this is the wildness that is carrying you forward. The High Priestess, that energy can be conducted. The Star, curiosity, and like individuality. This is that awareness that you are both a part of. You are your own individual and a part of a larger collective. When you tap into that energy in itself, some of that anxiety, Ten of Swords, goes away in reverse. And so with the Ace of Wands in reverse, the ideas that don't serve you right now, the fresh ideas that don't serve you right now, fall away. So you can keep moving forward with all of your power. Yeah, the more that you do, even if it doesn't seem clear right away, the more that you're going to learn your own language. But that comes through action. Alright. I hope that that made sense. I hope that that felt cohesive. And if any of that resonated, I would love to hear in the comments below. Before we go, I'm just checking in to see if we have anything else for you. I just got a sensation of chocolate. Something like some small sweet, like a chocolate cupcake in the back. Celebrate. Celebrate how far you have come. That's the end of the message. Let's celebrate together. Leave a comment below what you are celebrating. Share this with somebody who you think could resonate with this message. Or share it to somebody random and trust that they are meant to receive this message. Yeah. I'll see you next time. Much love from the Maraverse. Bye.